Story number 7. Are people getting dumber or smarter? Are people getting stupid or smarter? This is an interesting story that I saw surface, and it crept its way up into the top 2 stories. And they were talking about how more people are using their cell phones to link up with more sex partners. So they're talking about how excessive phone use is starting to create more sex partners for males and females. So we have to ask ourselves, is it smart to have multiple sex partners knowing that you could catch something in this new words? There was another story that surfaced that is interesting. A Nicki Minaj gig in Saudi Arabia has got some people confused, because if you don't know, Saudi Arabia is known for being Islam, and Islam has a different code of conduct when it comes to entertainment and women. So like I said, these stories can make you think. They're talking about combat veterans are more likely to experience mental health issues later in life. And then there was a story that surfaced about minorities. Now this story is interesting. There's some in 2 different sides of the aisle. People are very concerned about how minorities are voting, and some people are saying that they're being taken advantage of, and they're being brainwashed into thinking that abortion and other ways of living is the right way to live because of the fact that they're minorities. And they're talking about, the story goes in depth about how abortion was mainly created to eradicate those who were considered less fortunate, or minorities pretty much, black, Puerto Ricans, those who lives in the slums. And they're now systematically believing that this is the right thing to do. Folks, this is a real deal story, because they're talking about how some of these women are fighting to get an abortion. And some of them are drunk, they're drugged, and they're talking about how they continue to vote for the people who've been oppressing them all of their lives. So the thing is that the reason why story number 7 is almost at the top is because they're talking about if the minority community were smarter, they would stop killing each other and take the fight to the people whom enjoy seeing them in the state of mind that they are in. And this is becoming a big talking point on the right, because they are tired of seeing what's happening in some of these communities. So we have to ask ourselves, I'm a minority, and in these communities I was even listening to an interview today where an abortion doctor was basically trying to justify the fact that a woman should be able to have an abortion. And in certain situations I can understand, but they're talking about how these women are fighting. They believe that this is their divine right to kill children to try to have a better life. And then they get upset with the people involved, saying that if they created a better system, then we wouldn't. Folks, this story is not only interesting, but it leaves the question for number 7 is, are people getting dumber or smarter in this new environment that we live in? Or have people just lost their mind? Folks, I tell you, it can get exhausting being the mediator. Whew. I'm almost to the finish line. Like I said, I got to get my second win, because reading these stories can wear me out. Let's get to the top story that made it. If you want to contribute, you're the mediator, me, Brian West. All you got to do is visit www.method8inc.com, method8.com, where you can buy something, cook something, watch something, or just read something. Mediation is tough, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody. As a child, I was told by the prophets that I had a divine destiny, and I believed it. So I'm in the mirror telling myself I can get through this.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The mediator is here.